If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos.
Aloha, my keto friends. I am here back on my paddleboard, hanging out with the whales, and I thought I'd take a little time to talk to you about everything menopause and weight loss. Too often it's always menopause and weight gain, but I'm going to teach you how to lose weight menopause. First off, thank you for all of your love and kind words and messages about the flooding here in Maui. Thankfully, we are safe. The other side of Maui, however, is dealing with terrible flooding. Lots of friends losing their homes, so our prayers and well thoughts are with them. But let's talk about menopause and weight loss. So if you have questions, please feel free to throw them out there. I want to answer all of your burning questions. When your ovaries are no longer spitting out progesterone and estrogen like they once would, you get extra sensitive to things like alcohol. You get extra sensitive, like wine. It may make you very sleepy at first, but then you can't sleep all night. You're up all the time. You're extra sensitive to caffeine, and you're extra sensitive to carbohydrates and sugar. So what should you do then? You should venture into the ketogenic diet. However, not all keto advice is good. Some of it's real bad. I'm on this Twitter thread right now where Dr. Einfeld finally admitted that fiber does matter. You always have to count total carbs. So tip number 1, count total carbohydrates. Do not get caught up in this net carbohydrate thing that I believe these packaged food companies started to make it look healthier. Hi Lisa, how are you? To look healthier than you think it is. Count total carbohydrates, and that even means in vegetables. I love a Brussels sprout, but with all of the carbohydrates of fiber in there, I save those for Thanksgiving. Tip number 2, consider adding in some natural supplements to help with your sleep. Because if you're not getting good sleep, guess what? Your blood sugars are automatically going to be elevated, and weight loss is going to be very difficult. Thinking that you're getting enough sleep with just 6 hours a night, that's not true. You need to sleep more. And there's some easy supplements. I help with clients all the time get good sleep. Nothing makes me happier than waking up to a email from a client saying, oh my gosh, I finally slept. It's like because think about it, you don't sleep good, you have bad moods, you have extreme hunger, you have cravings for sugar, you're tired, you don't want to move, you don't want to exercise, you're not giving your best to people. Man, sleep is a priority to this woman, I'm telling you. And also thinking about cutting out dairy and nuts. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's very helpful to weight loss, and prioritizing protein. When you're eating a lot of dairy and nuts are just a bunch of carbohydrates, my friend. It's not protein or fat. Well, it is fat, but we don't think of nuts as a carbohydrate, and we should. They also can cause constipation. So if you're constipated on the diet, that's something to think about. Craig always says, my husband always says, get your macros done. Get your macros done, people. We do this for free. If you go to Maria Mind Body Health, I'm losing my paddle here, which is not good in the middle of the ocean. Get your free macros done at mariamindbodyhealth.com. It's free. Get them done. It's very important. Some people are like, I don't want to count macros. Well, if you don't want to, guess what? I have perfected meal plans for you, so you don't have to count. I did it for you. You just eat what it is. And consider doing a protein-sparing modified fast 2 to 3 days a week. If you're really stuck, you do not have to add fat to be in ketosis, people. As long as you eliminate those carbohydrates and prioritize protein, you will be in ketosis. People get caught up on having higher ketone numbers, and sometimes people add in these terrible ketone products, these ketone drinks that you'll see marketed as helping with getting into ketosis and losing weight. Do not waste your money on these people. Bad idea. You'll just gain weight doing them because you're not going to burn body fat using them. Other tips for menopause, let's see. I have never had a hot flash. I'm in my 60s. Awesome, way to go. And I bet she's been keto. That's why. Let's see if we have any other questions. When I don't sleep good, I'm useless for the day. Me too, my friend. I would love to reverse menopause and balance hormones. I heard you say not to use bioidentical hormones. How do I? Okay, so instead of bioidentical hormones, there are a couple natural supplements that will help with progesterone synthesis. I do personal health assessments for people that would be specific to you because everybody's our symptoms are different. However, I would start with evening primrose oil. So do 1,300 milligrams of evening primrose oil. That's number one. It's a GLA. So instead of an EPA, DHA, it's a GLA, which is great for your skin, your hormones, migraines, whole bunch of things. But that would be what I would start with instead of bioidentical. But let's see. Also considering cutting out caffeine. Caffeine, it causes, during menopause, sometimes people get very anxious because low progesterone is a leading cause of anxiety and sleeplessness. So cutting out caffeine, it was a huge piece to my healing because I had PCOS. That's why I feel quite a bit knowledgeable about menopause and hormone balancing, just because I went through it at a young age in my 20s with PCOS. Cholesterol makes healthy hormones, people, so do not fear cholesterol. Cholesterol is not the bad guy, okay? This was what happens when clients of mine that are men that are on statins lower cholesterol. They usually are also taking Viagra because that low cholesterol is causing low testosterone also. Just something to think about. Let's see. I can't see the question very well when I'm out here. Let's see. What suntan lotion do you use? Well, I only use Beauty Counter. And yes, this is my infomercial. They finally made it illegal to use those spray sunscreens and all those toxic spray like suntan lotions because it's killing the reef here. The reef looks so much different than it did just 10 years ago because people spray on the sunscreen and then they jump into the water and it's killing all of the ocean. Beauty Counter is a safe sunscreen to use. I can add the link for you if you want to. But it's also non-toxic. If it's killing the reef, man, think about what's happening when you add it to your skin. It's going right into your bloodstream and causing a lot of issues. Don't put that stuff on your skin. Don't put that stuff on your children's skin. We only use the Beauty Counter stuff. So yes, I still use that 'cause I don't want to get wrinkles, my friend. I have bad sleep, so that's why I stalled. I'm sure because my blood sugar is not stable. I also have been told my AM, I am going through menopause. Lovely, I got my sweats under control. Vitamin D has been corrected. Thyroid issues have been addressed. Would you still recommend early onset of menopause? Do you recommend the cream daily? Yeah, I would do a couple things. I would do that like a personal health assessment, but definitely that Progest cream, the evening primrose oil, and a couple other things. You could also add something called chasteberry extract. That would help. But it's a whole list of things that is like adjusting and balancing, even like the thyroid. I get people off thyroid medications all the time. I did just one this morning, and nothing makes me happier because all of those medications is a little bit of poison. Is The Art of Fat Loss your newest protein-sparing modified book, or is it different than your previous accelerated weight loss book? No, this is brand new, all new recipes, totally different. I don't overlap recipes. The Art of Fat Loss, man, people, if you are stalled, you do that 2 to 3 days a week. I can't tell you the results that we're getting just on that book alone. It's amazing. I hope you check it out. The Art of Fat Loss. And if you like a printed book, so it's only an ebook, but if you prefer a printed book, you can go to www.printme1.com. And you can get it printed in a spiral bound, which is awesome. I struggle with diarrhea. Please don't say more cheese, dairy-free. No. Cheese can cause diarrhea in some people if you are allergic to dairy. But it sounds like a small intestine and pancreas issue. Cut all. MCT oil will cause loose stools. Too much salt can cause loose stools. If it's a small intestine and pancreas issue, which is often the case, I would add the Spectrazyme Pan X. I have the link on mariamindbodyhealth.com. If you go to the supplements, right at the top it says shopping list and supplements I love. It's on that list. So add in that every time you eat, and that will help with your small intestine and pancreas issue. Do you have the same Progest all month or during half of the month? It depends on where you are in your cycle, my friend. I have trouble falling asleep. Any tips? Yeah, blue blocking glasses really work. Blocking the blue light was really helpful for me. Adding in magnesium glycinate. Again, the link is at mariamindbodyhealth.com. The supplements I love. Use that magnesium glycinate, because not all magnesium glycinates are created equal. Some have things like maltodextrin in them. Stay away. So you got to be very careful which ones you're choosing, because maltodextrin is higher on the glycemic index than sugar is. So add in the magnesium glycinate then. Everybody's deficient in magnesium. We used to find it in our water supply and we don't anymore. So don't be so judgy about adding in a couple of supplements. It's just an added way to speed up healing and weight loss. Maria, I have trouble falling asleep. What are your thoughts on Doc Parsley's sleep remedy? I'm not sure what's in that. Don't use valerian root. I think that's what's in it. You're incredible. Oh, thank you, my friend. I don't even know you, but would love to. Well, you know what, my friends? Here's another thing. All of you people that want to get out and travel, I got to tell you, I was just contacted by another travel company to do a trip we're going to go to Portugal. So next May 2022, we're going to go to Portugal. And I also have the Italy trip planned in late May 2022. And then and that Italy trip will be in Venice and Rome and Milan. And then there's another Italy trip in September over my birthday to Sicily, and a Paris trip. So if you want to travel with me and get to know me on a personal level, it's only about 20 people allowed on each trip, and we offer keto food, but you don't have to eat keto if you don't want to. But I'm going to teach you everything I know. So with that said, I am going to paddle some more because my phone is out of my case and I don't want to drop it in case a whale comes. So I hope everybody's doing great, and just know that we're here for you. If you have questions, we want to help. So mahalo. If you want to change your life like I've changed mine with food, I would be honored to help you. Many of you don't know that I was twice my size. I had acid reflux. I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I had depression. I had IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and food changed my life. And not only did that happen, I get to eat good food, right? Good food. So if you want to eat good food, I have perfected meal plans made by me and personal help with supplements or modifications. If you have Hashimoto's, if you have Graves, if you have IBS, if you have PCOS, contact me. I would be honored to help you. You can go to keto-adapted.com and find a lot of different options there for personalized help, or message me by commenting below on this YouTube video, or you can check me out at mariamindbodyhealth.com. Mahalo.
Sharing is caring. Share this video with your